With the usual 5-second delay for people loading in session. Co-coms has joined. And we're waiting for the lights. And hopefully we don't have to restart. Don't know what's going on. Oh, here we go. Lights are coming on ahead of the drivers then. 5 red lights. And they held for an age, but we were underway here in Bahrain. It looks like Dolphin's got a good start in first place as he comes towards turn 1. Dodgy's going to go up the inside of him though, so in the second phase it looked like Dodgy's got a better starts. As they all file into turn 1, there's a lot of contact and a lot of barging going through. But Dodgy does take the lead, and it looks like Gareth has made a great start and is going to go right round the outside of Dolphin, but Dodgy goes wide and has to cut the track. Will he keep the position? I don't know. There's a lot of cars in the middle. You could throw a blanket over the whole lot. Oh, and there's a red ball in the wall in the background. I'm not sure who that is, but it might be Jay Geddes.
Yep.
On the 3 wide almost in the background. There's wings everywhere as Dodgy leads. They're side by side as a Mercedes comes out of nowhere. As Dodgy has kept a position, and there's a virtual safety car already as Russell has hit Scott Laney, and I don't know what's going on, but a lot went on in that opening lap. Dodgy gets ahead of Dolphin, and yeah. Oh, and breathe. Let's try to see what's going on in the background here. I need to get that up, but there's few people got penalties. And look at Russell has got wing damage, and I believe Jay Geddes as well at the back has got big wing damage. Yes, he does. So he's missing end plate. But yeah, big fan at the back, hard to dream. Geddes is lagging apparently, Sutherland. So if you keep an eye on that.
Yeah, keep an eye on that. Yep.
But we're green once again, and looks like Dolphin is under pressure. As there's a crash in the background already.
It's Russell. It's Russell. Russell's in the ball.
Oh, Russell. Yes, Russell in the. Oh, Russell's hit the wall again. I don't know. Jay Geddes is kind of waiting to go past. They need to get in the pits. Dodgy sets the fastest lap. These two are gonna try and get in the pits. Oh, Honey Badger, as Siri is doing something on my phone, but Honey Badger's dropped. No, that's timing glitch.
Timing glitch.
No, Siri. Oh my god.
Siri throwing shade. It sounds like.
Apparently, we're looking for George Ezra in the iTunes store.
Oh, right, that's right. Oh, look, it's looking interesting. The fourth Mercs. Jester and Lofty. Right.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, right. Not too busy looking for George Ezra, but yes, Gareth and well, time and screens are all messed up because apparently Jester's 1.5 behind, but it looks like Lofty, who's made an excellent start from P14, is going to try and make his way up into P5 already off the start. He's just used his ERS to get away from him, and stayed behind, but Lofty has made an excellent start. As we'll quickly look at the position change, and yeah, he's up 8 positions already. It is the driver. Oh, Siemens in the background.
Oh, he's hit the ball. He's hit the barrier. He's lost his weight. He's lost the end plate, and Hypers. Oh, this is
Hypers. Oh, I want to get behind your sofa or something looking at that, because that was quite close. As Scott on the back of Scott has almost went for a move himself, but yeah, that was hands behind your, or eyes behind your hands, looking for your fingers kind of thing. Yeah, that. Jester then on the back of Gareth still, and Lofty as well. This is blue flags. I don't really know what's going on. The game is just broken, but I think we knew that already. Yeah, I mean, this race has got off to a frantic start, and it seems like Dodgy is asserting his claim for a good result at the moment, but can Dolphin get his way back into the RS and try and pull away from Honey Badger, or bring Honey Badger with him? Gareth goes deep into the chicane, and that's going to put Jester on the back of him, almost collects him, and Lofty's going to try and set up a move here, so we could have a 2-in-1 going on, as it's Gareth from Jester, from Lofty, Williams, Renault, Haas, all in a line. DRS is enabled, so they'll be opening up. Jester on the back of Gareth, Will Jester go for the move? Will Lofty go for the move? He has a look. Jester's going to go down the inside, has a look, kind of tentatively puts his car there. Lofty then is going to go try around the outside and catches Jester napping. And he's made his way up into P5. Brilliant start from the Haas, and he is flying here in Hanoi.
That's a fantastic start, Lofty, like you said, and showing great racecraft as well. With Jester caught, Jester napping. Already, he's within the pumps with the win already. I know he's about 5 seconds back. Dodgy seems to have found a good rhythm. Also, is Dolphin actually. Dolphin's the second ahead of Honey Badger, but Lofty already looks like he's got the pace.
He's got the pace in the race. The race pace is what you need. Like I keep saying, and well, as Scott Laney speeds into the pit lane, and that's not going to help him out at all. I think, yeah, I don't know what tyres he's going to go on. We'll have a little look at the tyres. But that is an early stop for the Red Bull man, so maybe he has damage. So yeah, it looks like he's going to be stopping twice from here. But yeah, Lofty all over the back of Gareth here, and looks like he's going to go for the move already. Darting to the inside, and they go side by side into the chicane. Who's going to give up the position? Doesn't look like Gareth's going to hold his valve around the outside, goes deep into that corner. Oh, but he hits him. He hits him, and that holds Jester up, and they lose a lot of time and lose DRS as well. Kind of stuck his nose there, and it was just seemed to be something that was going to happen as we got a Renault, McLaren, and Haas quite close together. As Honey Badger has made the move up into P2 and is ahead of Dolphin and looks to set his sights on Dodgy in first, as Gareth has got wing damage. As Jester has got past him. Hypers and Maxwell going side by side. Maxwell has shown the door, and that allows Demons to get through. It seems like Hypers is, well, he's trying his best. He's made a good start, but he's starting to struggle a little bit on the medium compound tyre, Southerners.
Yeah, we've seen a few moves this race already, a few desperate ones as well. So was he Hypers with the tyres or that Merc, sorry?
Yeah, Hyper's on his tyres. Really good start, but it seems to be under a bit of pressure at the moment.
Yeah, he's on a bit of pressure at the moment. Demus within that DRS zone, but the tyre wear. Oh, and Demus is.
Oh, Demus hit the wall.
So that's going to give, ease the pressure, you could say, on Hypers, who is already within almost half a second of Gareth. It's around now the soft tyres of the front-running lots, the performance, the tyre wear won't be too bad, performance drop off the cliff. So this is where we see Hypers making up places with the medium tyres, crucial start by Hypers, as well as Loft is going to put Hypers in a fantastic position for, the rest of the race, all 23 laps of the Mercs.
Yeah, well, Hypers looks like he's going to get an easy move here on the Williams of Gareth, as he's got wing damage. As it doesn't seem to be going his way at the moment, but you know, you've got to stay in the race, keep it going, and anything can happen. Further back, we've got Sprightly on the back of Grumpy Orange. Dolphin has stayed within the DRS, and it looks like Honey Badger is carrying Dolphin along. So I think Dolphin is obviously, maybe just a little bit nervous on the start, and Hypers does get past Gareth, or does he? Goes around the outside, does get better traction, and is up into 6th place. Renault 5-6. Yeah, it seems like Dolphin was just struggling at the start, but now I think he might have just calmed down a bit, and he's just said, keep your head down and keep going, stay within the DRS of Honey Badger, who is catching. The leader of Dodgy. Baggy Fan has just made his way up ahead of Cow, and I didn't miss that one, but Baggy Fan on his hards and with a dream is up into 16th place as Gareth speeds into the pit lane.
He's been keeping step of that. Yeah, Baggy, I know he's 16th on paper, 3 seconds off 15th, but he's kept out of trouble. Touchwood, the wing is still there on the hard tyres, a long way to go yet. But Baggy is doing everything he needs to do at the moment as someone else has gone into the pit Mercs. That is Demons.
Demons, yes. He is into the pits, as he had wing damage as well. So then, the battle for lead is... Look at Lofty gaining on this trio. He's in DRS range of Dolphin already. And it's a 4-way battle at the moment for the lead of the race. Dodgy spun!
No.
Dodgy spun! Oh no, he's just lost it on the traction. That is heartbreak for the Alfa Romeo for now. Can Dolphin now in the DRS? Lofty is on an absolute flyer. starting 14th on the grid, and he's already in the podium position. Dodgy's going to have to regroup himself, and it seems like the tyres are going, like you said. Lofty's very late on the brakes. He's sticking his nose in there, and he manages to just about get out of the way of rear-ending Dolphin out of this Grand Prix. And Sprightly makes his way up ahead of Grumpy Orange in the middle of the straight, as they're going to go maybe side by side. Is Grumpy Orange going to have a go back at the Racing Point driver? He has a little nose, but thinks better of it. But yeah, Dodgy just losing the car, and I think his tyres are starting to go, and it might help Hypers. And it seems like the mediums are going to start coming into their own. Oh, it gets all over the place, and Dodgy picks up a time penalty for good measure. Maybe we're looking towards a two-stop, I don't know. But for some of these drivers, it might become the case in terms of tyre wear. But yeah, Hyper's all over the rear end of this Alfa Romeo. It looks like he's going to go for a move down into turn 1. I don't think Dodgy's going to make this too difficult for him. Down the inside of turn 1 he goes, and the Renault man is up into P5 here in Vietnam, and he's putting himself in a good position. Honey Badger leads. Then here in Hanoi, 8 tenths ahead of Dolphin, and then Lofty is there just watching brief at the moment, and he seems to be the quickest man on the circuit by some margin. I think he just ran slightly wide there, and luckily he hasn't got wing damage, but he's struggling on the tyres as well. And the two Renaults in the background, Southerners, could be getting into this fight, but it seems like Dodgy is going to go for a move on Dolphin before Dolphin can get a move on Honey Badger in the DRS in the slipstream. He's going to try and look to the inside, but he's going to go to the outside. Dolphin parks his car in the middle of the circuit. Lofty right round the outside. Surely not.
Oh,
it surely
beautiful.
is for Lofty. And that is a heck of a move from the Hats driver, and he is just on a different track to everyone else at the moment.
He seems to be the only one. I mean, again, it's the tyre performance that's going to be the issue for soft runners. But at the moment, it looks like Lofty, there's no trouble with his tyres whatsoever. It's fantastic to see. Apart from Lofty, the tyres have certainly dropped off on the lap predicted, I believe. And Lofty's actually gone into the pits. He has indeed. So I presume it's going to be.
He sped.
Has he? Oh, it's not come up on my screen.
Sped in. Yeah, he sped in the pit lane. That's a third driver to do that. And that is, it's just almost unravelled all his good work. There's a little train. Oh, there's a crash. Flying Lemon's gone to the back of Colden. Colden's just gone on the brakes by the looks of it out of nowhere. And he's just given a Flying Lemon damage, or he's just lost the car completely as Colden. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. I think he just lost the car going through the corner, and that has completely caught a Flying Lemon out, and that's gave him damage as Lofty's going to come out. Where he's going to come out, we'll watch him come out the pits. He's come out side by side with Steve-O. Around the outside. Go ahead,
with a Flying Lemon, of course, he damaged his wing literally straight after the entrance, so he's going to do a full lap with pretty much, from looking on board with him, it's almost like he hasn't got front wing at all. He ain't making it easy for Sprightly either. Where's the team orders, lads? Come on! I think Sprightly's going to make the move now, he is, but full lap of a Flying Lemon driving like this is going to be the longest lap of his life.
Move for the podium place as the two Renaults side by side. Maybe a bit of team orders here or not. Jester's keeping the position. Looks like Hyper's got ahead of Jester, and Jester's got a straight back pass. As Lofty is ahead of Scott, and Lofty needs to get himself a move on as it looks like he's going for a two-stop. He'll struggle to get those mediums to the end of the Grand Prix, as a Flying Lemon has got overtaken by Grumpy Orange, and we can go to Original for the first time this race, and give his thoughts on the race so far, as I think the Flying Lemon has spun it again.
Yeah, big shocker from like the Dodgy. Lofty picked up the penalty just recently, and Dolphin doing pretty well. And started on pole, he's up there in second.
Oh,
go on.
We have a Flying Lemon out of the race, sorry, and there's a safety car.
Demons has got up, I think.
Scott's out as well. What is going? Scott's retired in the pit lane. Oh, that is a big crash. Just saw Scott Laney's car and the Flying Lemons going demons. And Scott's retired. I'm not sure. Scott's retired in the pit lane, which is a bit odd. So I'm not sure what happened there. As Jay Geddes comes up to this. Oh, wow. His car's in the middle of the track. Demons has hit him as well. Oh, that seemed to be a big accident. So it looks like Flying Lemon has lost it with his front wing damage, and then has well, and then the Demons has obviously tried to get out of the way, but as his car was in the middle of the track, it didn't help him out, and unfortunately Demons on his return is out. Scott retired in the pit lane, which is interesting. But yeah, Original, obviously we'll come back to you. Safety car's out, so this will be an interesting phase of the race.
Yeah, well, it's at that point now where the guys in the softs can pit for either the mediums or the hards, depending on which way they want to go. I think the mediums would probably be the better choice. Just in case there's another safety car later on, they can box into the softs, and they'll still have a quicker time than the hards. Honey Badger pretty well after starting third in qualifying. Dolphin looking to keep, as long as he keep close to Honey Badger, he might look to pounce him in the pits, maybe an undercut probably. Of course, Maxwell hasn't pitted yet, so he will to benefit under the safety car. Hypers leading on the medium so far. He's down boxing. Fresh sets are hard likely.
Should be hard for him. Honey Badger and Dolphin on the mediums. Hyper's just sped in the pit lane. Gareth has got a drive through, so he's gonna have to serve that. Unfortunately, he's either gonna pit and go for hards or go to the ends. No, he's gonna stay on the mediums. So that's unfortunate for Gareth. It's not really gone his way. Southerners, who's this help out? Hyper's gone on to the softs.
Well, it's certainly going to help out the guys who haven't made the pit stop yet. I'd like to think all for the drivers who have currently been running with a damaged front wing. I think, just looking through the pits, Baggy's changed his front wing onto the medium tyre, so that's going to bring him back into the race, of course. Would have lost an awful lot of time on those hard tyres and with a damaged wing. Hypers, we saw what he could do earlier on with those medium tyres. I feel like he probably should have got a few more laps out of their medium tyres, but of course the safety car came along, so I expect, unless he's, I don't know what tyre allocations he's got, but if he's doing 2 soft runs, that might be a bit of a big ask. It'd be a big shame if his wonderful start he did came undone. However, this is Division 3, there's an awful long way to go. He might be an absolute G with his tyre conservation, and like we saw with Lofty, he seems to be the only driver to get the best out of them soft tyres, despite them supposedly being tyre performance nowhere near their peak. So watch the space, SLR Hypers.
Well, yeah, I think he might have just been caught in a bit of a rock and a hard place, because if he's on the hards, he wouldn't necessarily have been as competitive as everyone else. But also he got knocked out, obviously, in Q2, so he has, I'd say he has at least one fresh set of softs. He might have 2, so I imagine he probably has 2, because I think he only did 1 run in Q1. So yeah, he has at least 2 sets, 2 fresh sets, so double soft to the end from here. We are waiting for SLR Russell, and he is a long way back, so this safety car may be out for a little while, as Russell has to get a move on. So then, chat action. Has there been much? Lofty to Div 2. I don't really want to talk about that. So you can discuss that amongst yourself. Czech said Scott not crashing the pit straight. No, he retired in his pits and his car came back out on track. So he definitely did not crash into the pit lane. So he probably has his reasons, and maybe it's just I don't know what it was, but I'm sure we'll find out sometime soon. Demon says gutted, not a lot he could do. Yeah, I imagine he just crashed straight ahead of him and then tried to get out of the way, and it's a street circuit, the walls are close, you go one way or the other and you find yourself in a wall. That's unfortunate for Demons on his return, but he did show good pace, so there are some positive signs for him. Might not have gone your way today, but it can certainly we certainly know that you've definitely got some decent pace in future races, for future races. So you are one to look out for as long as it goes your way. But yeah, Hypers on the softs is going to be, I might see him in the lead this race, Southerners.
You may do indeed. Just to quickly point out, you might have done it already. There's 2 drivers on the hard tyres. One of them is SLR Holden, who, if we just remember a week back, did some absolute heroics on the hard tyres at Bahrain. Are we going to see the same again, I wonder?
Well, yeah, I mean, could be possible. Might be struggling early on. Sivo also there on the hards. Sprightly on the soft, so he's going to two-stop. Yeah, I mean, I think hyper strategy might be all right. If there's another safety car, then he could be in the money here. But I guess everyone's in that same boat anyway. So he's at a disadvantage unless Hyper's going to get through these guys and make his way into the lead and get a gap. So he's going to need to get his elbows out. His Hypers, but I think he'll struggle to get past these front three. And the more these guys can hold him up, the better it is for them come the end of the race. We are waiting for Russell, who is taking his sweet time as Gareth is in the pits.
Oh, he's not thinking he can take his drive through, is he?
No, I think he might be. Yeah, I think he might be. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know what tyres he's going to go on. Let's have a look. I think he's had a boo-boo. They're soft tyres, are they? Oh no, he's
It is, yeah.
Stop go. So yeah, soft tyres at the same time. I think he's made a little bit of a mistake there as the Williams driver, and that is he's got a mountain to climb. Yeah, I think well, he's got to climb Mount Everest here. Yeah, it's going to be difficult for him from here, and well, he's got a lot of work to do from the back there. He's better off coming back into the pits. Depends if he's got another set of mediums. But yeah, he's going to have to pit again, his Gareth, and well, let's see what he can do from the back. But yeah, I think it was a speed in the pit lane penalty he had to serve by the looks of it. So then, Gareth will come up to the back of the pack. Russell is back in the race. So are the two Red Bulls after their early damage. Baggy fan on the mediums. It is hard in a dream. He's now on the mediums in a dream. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, two drivers still yet to pit, Orange and Cohen. Unless there's something I don't know, I'm a bit confused. Well, I'm presuming it'd be only a few more laps until they do a pit stop, unless they're going to do a one-stop strategy and go to the hard tyres. Which I guess when you start as low as you did, like Orange, you've got nothing to lose. It worked out in Bahrain for him last week, so why won't it again as the safety car is coming in this lap? Is it?
It is. Yeah, I think they're probably going mediums to softs. I think with the way to go for them, they can extend the medium stint. How early will Honey Badger go? He needs to let the safety car go, really. Start to back the pack up, but he is kind of coasting. But yeah, the pit lane is there. Safety car is in the pits. Well, when will he go? Seems like he's going to go now. He has gone, and can the drivers behind him stay with him as he's all over the place at the final corner? As Baggy Fan has had a collision with Stevo in the background, as there's a massive gap between the two Renaults, so Jester's had a poor restart. And Honey Badger then leads as Dolphin goes deep, and so we'll keep our eyes on these three here. Dolphin struggling on the restart himself. Gareth and Jay Geddes going at it in the background. Gareth ahead of Scott Laney as well, so he's tacking the Red Bulls at the moment. As Lofty is all over Dolphin, then he's going to go for the move here. Hyper's in the slipstream as well. Lofty right round the outside. He loves around the outside move, does Lofty, and he's done it again. Dolphin's getting there, but here comes Hypers down the inside. He's going to take an opportunistic move, and he's already up into second place. He says, "Thank you very much." Lofty gets all out of shape on the exit, so that's going to help Dolphin come back at him. But yeah, that's helpful for Hypers, as he's taken advantage of them two squabbling over each other, and he's made his way up into second place. Here comes Dolphin back at Lofty. Ding-dong battle between the pair of them. He's going to use his ERS to try and get down around the outside. Lofty's going to have the inside for the hairpin. He's going to show him the long way round is the Haas driver, and he does take his place back in P3. Loses out to Hypers, but does gain on Dolphin, as a Jester is caught up to the back of Dolphin as well. But it is P3 for Lofty, P2 for Hypers, Southerners.
Yeah, just looking at there's already gaps emerging already, Mercs. It's quite spaced out from 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. The training is all happening behind Cohen, where there's a lot of overtaking going on. Russell's looking quite needy at the back of Baggy. Of course, you've got Sprightly, well, he's on the softer tyres, he was looking to get past. What's going on behind Gareth? Gareth's going into the pits. Oh, this is taking his drive through, isn't it?
Yeah, drive through for Gareth. Hyper's already over 2 seconds clear, and he's all over Honey Badger. So, well, Hypers is doing the best he can. DRS is not enabled yet. Will be enabled at the end of next lap. Hypers is already going to go for a move here, but it looks like it got ERS deployed. Honey Badger's not going to defend, and he's going to go down the inside as Hypers up into first place. And Hypers leads the Vietnam Grand Prix, goes deep into the chicane, but keeps the position for now. Can Honey Badger fight back? Has he got a nice helicam here? As Hypers almost goes into the wall. I thought he was for a second there. As Honey Badger is in the slipstream. Is he going to re-overtake him? Well, if he re-overtakes him, that will really help him out. But it looks like he's going to stick behind and let Hypers do his thing. He's got the toe. He's gaining, but he's backing out of the throttle, and he's going to stay in second place.
He's being wise about this. He knows that Hypers at the moment may be on the quickest tyre, but give it a few more laps, that performance will absolutely drop. If you can it's a great opportunity to save some ERS, which, well, he's on 85% already, so it looks like he's been doing that already. I think he knows what he's doing, Honey Badger.
I think he does. Lofty needs to get a move on to try and get up to Honey Badger. I think he still has that 5-second time penalty. He might do. I don't know. He might have served it. Yellow flag in sector 3, and that's a crash for SLR Russell.
Oh, yeah.
He's lost his wing. And it's not going well for Russell as Demons has left the session, unfortunately. And he had a bad crash, and that's a virtual safety car.
Yeah, it's...
For Russell.
Yeah, Russell...
And he's out.
Yeah, he's must have lost it on traction. Those tyres were boiling, sky-high temperatures. Is it safety car virtual? Nothing's on my screen.
VSC.
Okay. I'm having a few problems with my telemetry. Are we going to see any pit stops? To be honest, if I was Orange or Cohen, this would have been a good opportunity to stop with some tyres. I know it's not ideal for the soft tyres, but effectively you gain a free pit stop. I guess this just does confirm for anyone out there who didn't know, maybe like myself, that they are going for the soft tyres, but yeah, doing a good job, are they both at the moment?
Drive-through penalty under VSC. I think someone else's name popped up briefly before that. So we'll wait and see. Dodgy and Dolphin look like they're all over each other. Oh, they're all over each other on the straight, free abreast almost. As Jester's under so much trouble. It seems like Jester got a jump. Oh, Jester's been squeezed into the wall. And he's gone deep into the chicane. Here comes Dodgy on the exit, but he can't do it. Dolphin stays in P4. And that was all of them were all over each other. Grumpy Orange, who got a drive through and has been overtaken by Maxwell, who's back up into P7 here. And Maxwell's quite a driving P7, hasn't done much, but he's just minding his own business at the moment. We'll quickly head to Original. Have you seen much, any things to keep note of, and any news for us?
I can just give you a quick tip. Williams are now pretty much out of the running unless a safety car happens, but quick tip. Pretty much Dodgy looking like he's has some pace. He's catching Jester as he looks to make the overtake. He just holds back into turn 1, get ready to pounce after the roundabout. Lofty a little bit far back, as he's still trying to catch the Badger, but Hypers probably might have to do another pit stop. Being on those softs, halfway on those softs. Look, pretty much the Red Bull guys are pretty much now out of the running. Scott Laney might have a chance at points if those hard runners don't look to have any pace in later stages, but depending on how long the mediums last towards the end of the race. McLaren did pretty well. I'll let you get back to the actions before you miss anything else.
Yes, because Dodgy, like you say, was lining up that move and is now side by side with Jester. He's going to go down the inside of Jester and is ahead of Jester up into P5. So yeah, he was lining up that move and has finally got ahead. Cowan and Colden going ahead, going side by side, head to head with each other. Colden shows him the door, and that allows Stevo to slide up the inside, and maybe Baggy Fan to slide up the inside as well. Because they're going to go side by side, and here Baggy Fan is going to go dive right around the outside. He's late on the brakes. Here's the Ferrari man, gets shown the door though by Cowan, and that's going to allow Scott Laney to have a go. It's a bit of a domino effect down in the midfield here. As a Baggy Fan hits the back of Cowan, as Cowan is going slowly through the final sector, as Baggy has unfortunately just come into contact with him, and Cowan is into the pits, and yeah, Baggy unfortunately has lost out massively there.
This will be
Cowan, I think, hitting the wall.
this will be Cowan service drive through. It was sprightly along with Grumpy Orange who got.
Seems like we have lost summoners again. Not too sure.
He's
No,
back.
he's back. Yeah, Stevo does have damage as well, as Owen asked in the chat. We'll have a look at the position changes. Hyper's up 10, Lofty up 11, but we know Hyper's has got to come in once again this race, as he is on the soft compound tyres. As yeah, well, it seems to be quieting down a little bit, but Jester and Dodgy are still close together. Can Lofty really doesn't have as much pace as he had on those soft compound tyres, which is slightly odd, but maybe Honey Badger is. Well, it's a bit of a reverse of the first stint. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought there. And Hyper's leads then here in Hanoi. The race has gone a little quiet now, so we're waiting for a move. Scott Laney comes into the pit lane. So can Hypers keep extending this gap? He's going to have a lot of work to do, Southerners, in the second soft stint if he's going to win this race, as there's a Williams off. Grumpy Orange. Oh, and the Grumpy Orange has spun again, and he's lost. Yeah, Hypers, can he? Well, he's going to have a lot of work to do, I was going to say. Just went on to that a bit late. I was just looking at Hypers. Yeah, he stayed behind. So yeah, didn't miss too much apart from a failed attempt to move by the sounds of it. Jake Geddes and Stevo going at it. There's a Jake Geddes go for the switchback on the. Oh, that's close. Almost contact between the McLaren and the Red Bull. They're getting very close to each other. Jake Geddes right behind the McLaren. Is he's following him, and they both got these creative interpretation of the lines. Oh, Stevo's in the wall as they've made contact. Lofty is in the pit lane. As yeah, I don't know why. And there's Gareth just scooting up the inside. Lofty in the pit lane. Did he get damage? I'm not too sure, but that's gonna scupper his chances possibly of a podium even, let alone a win, as Colden has made his way up into P7 now. Maxwell is up into P6 as he's kind of just had his own race, and here comes Dodgy then on the back of Jester once again. These two swapping positions, left, right and centre, and yeah, he's gonna as he hits the back, as there's a racing point off in the first sector of Sprightly. And he's spun around, he's spun again. Oh, his tyres are overheating by the looks of it. I'll turn around quickly so he doesn't get disqualified. But yeah, that's not good for the racing point. As Dodgy hit the back of Jester but doesn't have any wing damage. So yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Rick's explaining why he's not in the commentary box, and that is because he has got uni work to do. So yeah, apparently you can't hear Southerners, so there you go. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. I think it's dropping in and out. As the Red Bull of Jay Gez is in the pits, like you say. We'll see what we can do. Spinner of who? Hypers? Jester? Oh no, Dolphin, no. Oh, no, Dolphin is round. Apparently they can't hear you, Southerners, I'm not too sure.
Listening to him.
Yeah, if Original, if you could give him an invite when he leaves. But yeah, Gareth, well, looking at the back of Dolphin, yeah, Dolphin unfortunately made a mistake in the first sector. It seems like people are struggling with tyres. Gareth gets past, and it looks like the Hass of Lofty's going to get past, and he's going to do 2 in 1, slices through the middle of him, and is up into P7. For now, Gareth is going to hunt him down. None of them have DRS. Gareth has no ERS. And Lofty's made his way up into P7 for now. Hyper's pits from the lead of the race. Can we hear you Southerners?
Yeah,
Right,
I'm back. I've ticked the box. I haven't missed much, unfortunately. If you guys, I've had to turn my Twitch off just in case that's what's affecting my network. So yeah, I haven't got Twitch on anymore. What have I missed? Oh, Lofty's made his pit stop. He's out on the soft tyres. Hypers is in the pits. Mercs.
Yes, he is. He just come into the pits. Colden is a long way back in P6. Dolphins piece into the pit lane after his spin, and it's just gone from bad to worse as Lofty sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and he is on a charge back to maybe the podium. But Original shout for Maxwell on the podium at the moment. Well, he's going to have a bit of a tough test to keep Hypers and Lofty behind, but I mean, you never know. He's in a position, and especially with Dodgy over the penalty, he's in a net P3 at the moment, but he needs to try and stick with Dodgy if he's going to get that done, as Gareth pits it again along with Dolphin. So then 8.5 seconds, Honey Badger is in the lead and rising. Can he round it off and take the win that he deserves at the moment, but he is going to come under threat, you'd assume, at the end of this Grand Prix. Lofty side by side with Colden. Will his Mercedes teammate do him any favours? No, he just lets him go. And Colden at the moment has a comfortable P7, and it looks like the best he's getting as it currently stands without no crashes. So yeah, Hyper's on the back of Maxwell as well in the final sector, as he's going to try and look for a move as Jester and Dodgy pit. Southerners.
Yep.
Okay.
I think they had to. Oh, there's a crash as well in sector 2. Oh, it's bang.
BSC Baggy's out.
How's that happened? It's on the straight.
Two cars. Two cars have crashed. Have they?
I'm not too sure.
Cowan's doing a 3-point turn or more than that.
Oh.
They've crashed on the straight.
Yeah, they've crashed on the straight. Yeah, they must have. One of them. Well, I don't know, but they've obviously made contact down the straight. Yeah. Is it nothing's coming up on my screen again? Is it?
BSC. It's a BSC.
So yeah. Of course, the guys use pit. This is going to massively help them out. The likes of Jester and Dodgy. So, like I say, with the Brave. Certainly, this is going to help them out. I was going to say, yeah, they had to react to hybrids because hybrids on those soft tyres, those mediums, they will die towards the end. So unfortunately, for Honey Badger and Maxwell, the job has just got so much more difficult as Cohen has just gone into the wall again. Oh dear.
drive through for Scott Laney. Just let me know if you can hear Southerners in the stream chat. So then, original, can Honey Badger? Well, I think he's definitely the favourite, but will Honey Badger win this race? Do you reckon?
Unless the safety car happens, it's a stretch. If he's got a 15-second lead, if he can hold that on, but again, the guys are on fresh softs, so they're very close. How quick those softs are for the first 4 laps. Again, Lofty has a penalty, Hypers and Jester don't have the penalties, so we go down to the very end though. I think Maxwell struggled to hold him for the podium spot, but I want him to hold him.
Ooh, Dodgy has just gone deep. The start of the final sector, but yeah, Maxwell's has it all to do here in Hanoi. But it looks like he's best bet is just to let Hypers go. Hypers will have the DRS and it's going to take him down into turn 1. Pulls out to the side and does take P2 away from the McLaren man. And he's going to try and set his sights on Honey Badger, but like you say, a safety car in the next couple of laps would put pay to all of Honey Badger's good efforts. I don't know, I can't see Hypers catching, but then again, you never know the drop off of the tyres and the performance of the new softs. I was surprised to see Jester and Dodgy in, but we'll have to wait and see because they've got to get past Lofty at the same time. So yeah, here we go. Everyone's cheering on Maxwell, but yeah, like we've said before, it's going to be a tough ask for him to be on the podium, but he has he's had a solid race, a quiet race, but a solid race for him. I'll quickly change to the position changes, and yeah, up 4 from his starting place in 7th place. Maybe he's looking at a 1 place up, or 7th place at the moment. But yeah, it's been a quiet race, but it's been the race that it seems he's needed so far this season, especially after the unfortunate incidents he had last week. I don't know, Southerners, are you there still? But
yeah, I'm still there. I don't know if people can hear me on the stream or not. I've just turned it back on. I've just noticed that back to 17-second gap, Colden did used to have that shrinking down. Now Jay Geddes on the fresh soft charged him down. It's almost 10 seconds. I expect what Colden's going to do what he did last week in Bahrain, deja vu, but will he be able to keep the car? No, sorry, punch won't be the problem for Colden. It should just be awful past 3 laps to go.
Dorsey says he can hear you, so
Good.
God. Yeah, I was going to say, do you think Hypers can catch this gap? I mean, it's fast for him as well.
I think he can. I think those tyres will be feeling absolutely awful. Honey Badger, 11.5 the gap, 4-5 laps to go. He needs to do about 3-4 seconds per lap. That might be worth watching. It might be a slow closing to start with, but by the end of the Grand Prix, I can imagine those tyres will feel absolutely awful on Honey Badger. It looks like Lofty's going to make a move on Maxwell.
Yeah. Freeman says don't tell me Maxwell have damage. I don't think he does.
Let's have a
I
good
think
look.
he's on the medium. He's on the medium tyres, so he's got a tough ask against all these soft runners. But he's giving it a good go at defending. As Lofty hasn't made the move yet. I think Maxwell's just that's a late dart, and he's darted down the inside as Lofty. Late on the rate. It's good reactions from the Haas driver, and it's another one for the catalogue here in Hanoi as Lofty makes the move up into the podium place as Dodgy and Jester coming up to the back of the McLaren driver. But yeah, that was a late dart from Lofty, but it was a good dart. Fair racing on the limit of a late move from Maxwell, and he made it stick. Good respect between the pair of them, as we have seen, as always, here in Division 3. As Hyper sets another fastest lap, and the gap is under 10 seconds. And, he's gaining. Is the Renault man. Is it a little too late? 4 laps to go. Needs over 2 seconds a lap, Southerners.
Yeah, I think he is going to do it. It's 8.7 now. It is coming down rapidly, especially going through Sector 3 where the fast corners are. Jess has made a move on Maxwell. Dodgy's up next.
Yeah, Maxwell getting all out of shape as well on the exit. And, it looks like he's struggling on those tyres, but he just needs to... Yeah, he's better off just letting these guys go, and if there's any turmoil up ahead of him come the end, he can take all those positions. He's still in a She'll be in a P6 once Dodgy. You expect Dodgy to get past him quite comfortably and quite soon. Dodgy's run wide, however, but doesn't manage to miss the wall. But yeah, here comes Dodgy in the slipstream. There's Gareth and Jay Geddes going on at it in the background. Gareth has made his way past the Red Bull man, the reserve for this race, and them two are battling now to try and catch up the Mercedes of Colden. Dodgy in the slipstream late on the brakes. Oof, almost into the back of the McLaren. Has to do a double lock up, and that has lost him a lot of time, so he have to regroup and go again. Well, the Alfa Romeo man. Gap is 7.4 out front. Yeah, he has a lapped car ahead of him. Does Hypers, and he might get a cheeky bit of DRS on the pit straight, but he is struggling on the softs himself. It's going to be touch and go. It's going to be. He doesn't get DRS. He's running out of ERS as well. As Honey Badger has just sat there and saved his ERS, so I think Honey Badger has rose to the occasion and maybe has got a joker to pull out of his hand, and Honey Badger might just about stay ahead, but it's going to be very close at the end of this race. Dodgy on the back of Maxwell still looking for a move for P5, and Gareth and Jay Geddes, they're both from catching up to Colden, so that'll be one to watch out for the end of this race. And yeah, gap is 5.3 at the moment.
Yeah, I think we'll do it.
Yeah, it's going to be close, but Honey Badger has the ERS, so I mean, we'll wait and see. I think Honey Badger's just going to drain it on the last lap to try and stop him getting ahead. We'll wait and see, but as Dodgy is going to make a move on Maxwell.
He got, his Maxwell got the front with Maxwell, that was lucky. Blood, excuse my language, yeah, Maxwell got away with one. He's got a 10-second gap now to Colden. I think Maxwell just needs to cruise it home because Colden is not going to be a threat. In fact, Colden is going to be under threat. Gareth and Geddes charging behind him.
Yeah, Original says what I was about to say about Driver of the Day votes. It's hard to think about the Driver of the Day votes. Freeman has gone in with Hypers already, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, yeah, Lofty obviously made the fast start. Hasn't shown the pace on the mediums, and since the switch to the soft compound tyres, hasn't really had the pace that he did have in the first stint. 17 lap old tyres faces 5 lap old soft compound tyres. 2.8 is the gap with 2 laps to go, less than 2 laps to go. It's going to be close here come the end, but I just think that Honey Badger has enough just because of the ERS. We'll wait and see what grip he has, but I think the ERS has played right into Honey Badger's favour. So
I'd say what I will say.
Honey Badger's to lose.
What I will say, last season, Merkin Division 2, we commentated the race together, went down to the last lap. I mean, it's looking likely again.
Yeah, well, it was a Renault who won on that occasion. When we commentated last time in Division 2 in Hanoi, but I do think that the ERS has played a massive favour here. If you look, Honey Badger's used his ERS down that straight, and the gap's kind of stalled out front. And as long as he can keep it all pointing in one direction, he will come home and take his first victory, as he still about 7 tenths, but he's gaining a lot in the final sector. He might crucially get DRS. He needs DRS. He needs to get DRS. He's gained a whole second in the final sector. Has Hypers. Can he snatch DRS? Let's have a look. Comes across the detection point. I think he's just missed out, but he's inside the detection point, and it's on to the final lap of the Vietnam crew in the Grand Prix. Has not been decided yet here in Division 3. Do not go away from your screens, as Hypers is all over the rear end of the Mercedes. He's squirming round turn 2, now through turn 3. Now for the left-hander, turn 4. Hypers is going to be right in the DRS zone, as Hypers opens DRS side by side down the run towards the chicane. Hypers is going to go down the inside. He's currently going to make his way into the lead of the race. Honey Badger stays behind, tactically stays behind to try and take the DRS. This is smart plays here from the Mercedes. You'd think he'd have a great effort, as Dodgy in the background is going to overtake Jester as well for P4, He does have a penalty there, so might drop him back. Now, I assume Honey Badger is just going to burn all his ERS. He's going to gain here. Gaining's a long way back. He's a long way back. He's going to go. It's going to have to be late. He's going to have to be late on the brace. He's going to go, and he's going to go down the inside. It's late on the brace. He's gone for it. Oh, Hypers closes the door side by side. He's gone off the track. Has the Renault. They're still side by side, coming down to the final sector. Honey Badger switches from the outside to the inside. He's going to go down the inside into the final sector. Still side by side. Hypers holds firm, and he is still ahead. Is the Renault man? It's the last lap. Drama here in Hanoi, but it's going to be Hypers, who's come to Vietnam off the back of a DNF in Bahrain, and he has seen off the competition already. He's gone deep into the penultimate corner, has almost hit the wall, but he has conquered the streets of Hanoi. Hypers comes across the line to win here in Vietnam. Honey Badger has to settle for second. Brilliant race from the pair of them. Lofty will come home in third, and he has wing damage or to his front right end plate. He's going to come across the line in third place. Has a 5-second penalty, so he might lose out on the podium. He doesn't miss out. Jester's going to come across the line. It's P4 for Jester. And take a breath. Dodgy finished P5. Maxwell's going to come home in P6. A solid drive from the McLaren driver. Gareth has had a topsy-turvy race, but comes home in P7. Colden will come home and just take P8. Get beaten by Gareth. But stays ahead of Jay Geddes. Dolphin, after starting from pole, will be disappointed. But he can leave Hanoi head held high, knowing that he does have good pace. Scott Laney almost puts it in the wall. As Dolphin, for now, takes the final point. Scott Laney crosses the line and stays P11, does the Red Bull driver. Steve-O will come across the line and is 12th. Then comes the Williams driver of Grumpy Orange, coming home in P13. I think he ran out of fuel almost across the line. Sprightly, a disappointing race. Cowan has been lapped and came home in P15. Sprightly has wing damage, so he's going to coast up towards the line. And unfortunately for Sprightly, he finishes the race, but it is P14. And wow, what a final lap. Again, we are treated to here in Hanoi.
Well, earlier I said, thank God this will be the last time we attend Vietnam this season. But, well, in fact, I will miss it in basis of seeing fantastic races and commentating them on Mercs. That was absolutely fantastic. Strategic masterclass by SLR Hypers. The two-stop, after all, was the route forward. So absolutely fair play to him. But still, with Honey Badger to do the one-stop and finish second, that deserves a lot of credit also.
Yeah, I don't know what driver of the day votes are going on. I don't know if you kept track of that original or not.
Hypers.
Yeah, it was the last lap. Just abused the Hypers.
26 points then for Hypers.
Well, I won't calculate it after last week.
Yeah. I think that's championship lead. Swings back into Hyper's favour. And I think Lofty puts himself up. I don't know, level on points with Dodgy by the looks of it. Jester P2. So yeah, Hypers. Well, I didn't know if he was going to do it. I didn't think he had the ERS to do it. But they gave it a good go. Honey Badger tried to hold on and he gave it a great effort. And I did forget about the whole timing glitch thing, so I do apologise that. But I was too engrossed in that final lap that, it was just incredible finish from the pair of them, so great respect. Hypers wins from Honey Badger, then comes Lofty in third, Jester in fourth, Dodgy fifth, Maxwell sixth, Gareth seventh, Colden in eighth, Jay Geddes ninth, SLR Dolphin rounds out the points in 10th. Scott Laney in 11th, Steve-O finishes 12th, 13th for Grumpy Orange, Sprightly finishes 14th, Cowan a lap down in 15th, and then come the DNF, so Baggy Fan, Russell, SLR Scott, UK Demons, and the Flying Lemon.
Lovely stuff. Thank you for that, Mercs. Are all three podium finishes in the party? How should we do this again, Mercs? Should we do this as we do as per normal, first and you get second?
You can do them all, mate.
Sure.
I'm absolutely drained after the last lap.
Do you know what? Actually, I'll give original second place. Actually, in that case, if you're fine with that, buddy.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah, lovely stuff. Right, so we'll start off with third place, which was the race winner of last week, Lofty. Lofty, congratulations. It isn't top step of the podium this time, but considering where you started and how qualifying went, to finish third is fantastic. But my first question is actually going to be, those first few laps, buddy, what did you have in your breakfast this morning? That was absolutely fantastic. Talk us through your first few laps.
Bit of a blur, really. I just found the right gaps and just went for it. All or nothing, really.
Yeah, I mean, some of the moves you're pulling off, though, are absolutely fantastic. I mean, I spotted 2 overtakes around the outside of the tight hairpin. Just, was it... what was I going to say? Well, just those medium tyres, you got them working from the straight off. The difference between the medium and the softs,
Yeah.
tyre performance, obviously, at this track, known to die down quite quickly, but the medium tyres, was there ever a problem with those medium tyres? With the tyre performance?
To be honest, they were slipping and sliding a bit, so I felt a lot more confident on the soft tyres. So it was always the plan to do a two-stop, get on the mediums and get off them pretty sharpish. Safety car come out just at the right time and didn't affect my strategy, and it nearly worked.
Well, after the past 2 Grand Prix, you've certainly got over the horrifics of what we saw in Australia. So your mind must be in a good place after the past 2 results. Confidence high, I presume?
Yeah, absolutely loving it.
Fantastic stuff. Well, congratulations on a fantastic third place and on
Cheers.
podium once again, Lofty. Original, over to you for second place and runner-up, Honey Badger.
Well, what an entertaining race between, of course, you and a bit unlucky on the not winning the race, but you had a pretty decent qualifying. Do you want us to take us through how your qualifying went?
Yeah, like my qualifying went pretty well. Like Q1, Q2, I was kind of running a little bit slow, just still getting used to the track and everything. But once I got to Q3, I felt pretty good there.
Yeah, you've a bit unlucky not to. To be honest, you weren't that far off the pole position, but yeah, you're just a bit unlucky. But you then took a very nice one-stop, I believe it was soft mediums. You took mediums 18 laps. It's like, how are you managing to have that early safety car? Were you looking for an early safety car, or are you just banking on just to do the one-stop soft mediums? What was the plan?
Yeah, so like I was, I was just planning on doing just a one-stop strategy, but like, yeah, the safety car came out in perfect time for me to go into the mediums, and obviously, yeah, that helped a lot. And yeah.
Yeah, you was a bit lucky then that you were battling, of course, Hypers, who was on the fresh sauce. You benefited from that VSC. I believe he did the two-stop from the medium soft. Just a bit unlucky. How do you feel you're looking forward towards the next race of China? Do you feel like you're better at that track? You confident
Yeah,
you'll
I
carry
feel
the
very
form on from
confident for
Vietnam?
China for next weekend. I'm looking for a very good result there as well.
Yeah, looking forward, mate. You had a brilliant race at the end. How was the battle for that final lap? Were you struggling
battle
to keep
was-
hold of him? Or
It
were you
was
just,
intense.
giving
I was
everything?
trying so hard to keep hold of him, but wasn't able to. But yeah, it was a good battle though.
Yeah, it was fantastic, mate. It was entertaining for us, especially main commentator who literally ran out of breath at the end. Cheers for tonight, mate. Great racing and good send off for Vietnam. And hope you all for next week. To go on to the winner, mate.
Lovely stuff. On to our race winner for the second time in 3 races, SLR Hypers. Now, for many drivers I've heard in qualifying for pole position, it's either they win it or they bin it. But for some reason, SLR Hypers, I think in races that is the case for yourself. So again, congratulations on the race win.
Thank you.
Two stop. Of course, Honey Badger stayed out. You went for the second stop onto the soft tyres. I'm going to boast. I said in Tom's box that when you were 11 seconds behind with like 5 laps to go, I said you were going to win it. Did it seem like that in your car from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, like, so if we go back to the beginning, obviously,
Yep, sorry.
Oh no. Back at the beginning, obviously, all the commotion at the start, and I think everyone benefited from the safety car with the. I started on the mediums, and I think I got a bit into the soft area, but I pitted at the same time as the soft runners because of the safety car. So I was a bit worried that my softs might not have lasted in the second stint, but the safety car luckily went on for an extra 2 laps, which actually played into my favour. But no, coming onto the soft and 16 seconds behind, I think I was when I came out of the pits, and I was like, well, this is going to be an uphill battle. I think there was someone else in front of me as well that I got past, Maxwell as well. But no, it was just overtaking and just trying to get as close to those walls as possible without taking the wing off was the aim.
Yeah, I mean, you also went to show that, well, you and Lofty, in fact, that qualifying is definitely overrated and it doesn't really matter. Of course, you got knocked out. You went for the mediums to start with. What happened? I've got to ask, what happened on your last flying lap in Q2? Because it was looking quite good, and then you backed off. Was there a mistake, or was that tactical? Because clearly, if it was, it definitely was.
It wasn't meant to be. I obviously Geddes had crashed in front of me, and as I was coming around the last few corners, and it jumped me up to 9th on the boards. So I went, okay, I don't need to come in. I'd preferred to have started on the medium, so I came in, and then the screens all bumped down. And next thing I know, I was in 11th. Going, no, I could have been pole as well, but it's all right. Like I said, doesn't really matter. The wheel kept it clean at the start and didn't have that lap 1 safety car, which I'm proud of everyone for. Obviously, I want to congratulate the other 2 on the podium here as well. Brilliant racing.
Lovely stuff.
Good racing all round, I think, from the div 3 there.
Absolutely, yeah, it was a thoroughly entertaining race. Last question for you, Hypers. Now, of course, I closely followed you last season as we're Racing Point teammates, and you showed fantastic pace as you've been showing this season, but there was the mistake in you, like unfortunately we saw in Bahrain. How are you feeling ahead of your season? Are you confident that just ironing out the mistakes you can mount a serious charge? I mean, I know it's only 3 races in, but have you got any thoughts already, or is it just taking it every set at a time?
Yeah, I mean, if we look back at last season, I was in a bit. Me and my old teammate Dodgy were in a bit of a commanding position going into race 4 or 5, and it all sort of petered off where everyone else was picking up their pace. So I think it's just a case of keeping my pace throughout the races and not letting it slip, and like I said, keeping it clean and just finishing races actually, just getting any points on the board, even if it's 1 or 25. The point's a point, and it's all going to go towards it at the end.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on P1. I'll hand you all back over to Mercs. Over to you, mate.
Yeah, well, I got my breath back after that final lap. Yeah, I have to say, Hypers, I was not expecting you to overtake him, and well, I mean, Honey Badger gave him a run for his money. Commiserations as well. Yeah, that was incredible batting, great respect. And yeah, it's just refreshing to see every week that the racing in Div 3 has just come on leaps and bounds, and yeah, we do see that every week. So congratulations for that, and also to you, Lofty.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, for everyone watching, we were treated to a spectacle, and it all come Hyper's way at the end of the race. I hope you've enjoyed our viewing tonight, and if you want to watch some more, we have a send-off and our final ever league race. It will probably be around Hanoi, Hanoi circuit in Vietnam, the elite division, where you'll see myself and Summoners be racing there, probably at the back, but we'll be racing there and we'll be giving it our best. So 7 p.m. GMT, be there or be square. Hypers takes the 4 and the maximum points here tonight and retakes the championship lead. Good night.
That's going to be on stream as well.